How is the tour going? Obviously, I said it was sold out, and it's like 500,000 tickets worldwide, which is crazy.
Yeah.
What's it like being on the road this time versus last time?
It was always my favourite stuff to do in the band tour, and actually before this tour I think it's about 7 years since I've been on the road, and it's something I've missed and I've been working towards, to be fair. So now we're kind of getting to the tail end of the tour. I just feel dead proud, man. It took a lot of work to get here. The shows have been amazing. It is a slightly different experience, obviously, touring with the band versus touring on your own. But also, I'm a bit older now anyway, so the experience was always going to be a bit different.
What's there more or less of?
Lots more drinking.
Okay. Less PlayStation, more PlayStation.
Probably about the same amount, to be fair. Same amount.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why give up a good thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. This is wild, but we dug out an old interview where we spoke back in 2013, where we're talking about what a day in the life for you on tour look like.
Scary, right?
Just tell me how much you can relate to this now. Your quote. This was your quote. This is actually what you said to me. Well, today we basically drove through the night, had a meet and greet, a sound check. Now I'm here talking to you. Tonight I'll do a show, then fly somewhere else. I've started watching Breaking Bad. I also watch movies, play PlayStation, or sit and chat the old-fashioned way.
That's an incredibly elaborate answer, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. How much of that is now? Do you drive through the night still?
Yeah, well, first half of the tour, we're on the tour bus, so yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I can still relate to most of that.
Breaking Bad, or we moved on to another? What are we watching now?
Obviously, I've seen it now.
Sure,
yeah,
now why would you keep watching it?
Decent. What am I watching now? Oh, have you seen the documentary, not the docu-series on... what's that director called? On the Sex Pistols.
Oh,
it's on Disney.
On the Disney Plus?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I watched the first episode because I had to interview the guys.
Oh, right.
Like some of the people in the movie.
Rest, man.
Yeah,
it's good.
It got worky, and then I was just like, I'll pass on the rest of it. But is it good though?
Yeah, it's really good, man.
All right,
you should watch it.
New album.
Yeah.
What can you tell me?
The process I've enjoyed 20 times more than the first album, to be fair. And I think because there's still pressure, obviously, for me to deliver a good record, but like there was just so many different opinions on the first album, and me trying to find my feet coming out of a band the size of One Direction. There was just so much going on in my head. So I feel like I've been able to look at this record with a bit more clarity. I did imagine that I would be on the road for a year and have all those amazing experiences to draw from when I was writing, but obviously that didn't happen because of COVID. So there was an element of imagination, and I suppose this is probably a different album than I would have released had I been on tour, but it's something I'm really, really proud of,
Within you, do you notice changes as you get older in the album making process? To things that used to matter less or matter more, or when you're in that sort of fine-tuning moment? Tell me about that.
I think, yeah, it's a good question. I think it's constantly evolving, your opinion on what you think is the right thing to do musically, or what you think is cool, or whatever. I think that's a constant evolving idea, definitely.
Yeah, nice. A date, anytime? You know when it's... What you can tell me? No.
You know me, lad. I actually don't know the date of the
You
album,
don't?
to be fair, but
This
it's
is
coming
fantastic.
soon. Yeah.
This is fantastic. I love that it's yours. You're like, I don't know. There's a team of people that know the
it's
answer
not
to
like
that.
that, man.
and
I'm
I
just
am
an
not the team.
organised as
Well, actually, let's just get straight to it. What is the 28 all about?
It was the number that I got assigned when I got signed on for Doncaster Rovers reserves.
Okay.
Yeah, my local footy team.
There you go. Because I saw it on stage last night.
Yeah, it's kind of just become like my lucky number.
Lucky number?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so,
28
yeah.
cars, 28 no. Then anything else you're going to do with the number 28, or just lucky number 28?
Just lucky number 28.
You don't do things in 28s now?
No, that'd take a long time.
It would, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it take a long time? I put the call out. I said you're going to be on the show doing the co-host thing, and then fans sent me questions, so I'm going to roll through them. Let's go. Which fan project has been your favourite so far on tour? Do you have one?
Yeah, somewhere in South America. Can you remember Santiago? Yeah, and they've carried on doing it, to be fair, throughout, but this was like the most I'd seen. And basically they just move the lights up and down, but in time with the song, and it was just really, really captivating.
Do you just like go, what the hell's happening here at the moment? The first time you see it, you
well,
go...
sometimes you've got your eyes closed and you're singing, you know what I mean? And then you open, you just see shit like that. It's amazing, man, amazing.
Are you a morning or a night person? I think I know the answer to this
I'm
one.
a night person, man. I'm not very good in the morning.
No, what time...
Feels like morning now, to be fair.
It is not, and it's not. It's definitely not. If you don't have to get up, what time are you getting up?
Maybe like midday.
Midday.
Yeah,
that's
still,
good.
Still, yeah.
Don't
yeah.
change. Don't
Yeah,
change.
Even
Absolutely.
later on tour, man. Definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't shut. You'd be on a high, buzzing after the show. 2:00 is acceptable.
Definitely.
Yeah. 3 or 4. You maybe need to start looking at yourself. Compare the writing process of both albums. Which one do you think was more difficult to write?
I'd say the first album was harder to write, just because, as I said before, I was finding my feet, and I think I was probably doing more of what I thought people have expected of me.
Sure.
As opposed to kind of following my heart and doing what I love. So there was. I wouldn't say it's been an easier album to write, this second one, but it's something that I maybe had a better understanding of from the start of the process.
Do you find, as you define yourself as the solo artist, does that process get easier, as in knowing what you want versus trying to give people what you think they want from you, or battling between the two?
Yeah, I think for me personally that it was, and I can't remember what specific moment, but I feel like I've kind of gone past that way of thinking.
Yeah.
And it's easier for me to do because I get such incredible support from my fans doing what I love.